Hey guys, my name is Ryan B and welcome to my channel. Now today we will be setting up IP phone, a switch, and a router. So this is going to be the basic fundamentals in creating your basic call center labs. So if you're ready like I do, let's go ahead and dive into. Now, as you notice on our screen, I have two IP phones. I have one switch and one 2811 router. Now the router will act as a DHCP server that provides dynamic IP address to our IP phones. So let's go ahead and connect IP phones to our switch. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to drag this copper straight through cable switch, and then doesn't matter where you put into. I choose fast Ethernet 5, and for IP phone 0 put it in 6. I think it's not responding. Oh, I'm sorry, my packet tracer is not responding for a while, but it's up and running now. Okay, let's go back. And now for our router, let's go ahead and pass Ethernet 0/0. This router has two fast Ethernet port behind it. So for now, I'll choose the 0/0, and I'm gonna hook it to our fast Ethernet 0/1 in the switch side. Okay, so we're now setting up. We're hooking up our components. Next thing is we will be turning on our IP phones. I'll start with the IP phone 0. You have here the power adapter. Go ahead and click on it, and then just go ahead and drag this one and drop. Okay, that's how you turn on your IP phone in Packet Tracer. Now you notice here that the port on the IP phone is turned into orange. That means it's initializing right now. So let's go ahead and close this one and proceed with the IP phone 1. Drag this power adapter right here, drop, and close this. Okay, so we're done with the IP phone. Now let's jump into our router. Let's configure the router first. So click router and go to command line interface, type no. For router, type en, enable, hit enter, and then type CONFT to go into global config mode. Hit enter, and then I'm just gonna drag this one here. Okay, so here's the router. Now what we have to do next is to type int tab interface fast Ethernet 0/0. So we are configuring the fast Ethernet 0/0 on the router side, and type no shut to turn on the port. Now we will be assigning IP address to our router. So IP address 192.168.1.1, and of course our subnet mask 255.0. Hit enter, and type ex tab exit, hit enter. Okay, now the next thing is we will have to configure the router as the DHCP server. So I'm gonna type in here IP DHCP pool. I'm gonna name it voice. You can name what you want, that doesn't matter. And for network, our network is 192.168.1.0. Let's see if it's asking for subnet mask. It is 255.255.255. Oh, sorry. .0. Okay. And then next is our default router, which has the router that we have to set up. So DEF, hit tab, and the router's IP address, which is 192.168.1.1. Okay. Next is the option command. So option opt, hit tab, option 150 IP, and the router's IP address 168.1.1. Now option 150 enables the ability for the router to give IP address to our IP phones. So that's the function of option 150. Okay, hit enter, and let's go ahead and type EX tab, exit. Next is we have to configure our telephony service on the router. So type in TEL, hit tab, telephony service. Okay, so next, once we have the telephony service, we will need to set up our max ePhone. So this is gonna be the maximum number of phones supported by our Cisco CMA router or Cisco Call Manager Express. So to set it up, all we have to do is to type in max and then ePhones. So in my example here, I will choose 5. Hit enter, and then max DN, or the directory number, and I'm going to choose 5 as well. Hit enter, and then I will have to set up my IP source, which is the router. So IP, it's going to be IP source address, and that's 192.168.1.1, and port 2000 for the default. Okay, hit enter, and I will have to auto assign in here 4 to 6, and then auto assign 1 to 5. Okay, and let's go ahead and exit out of here. Hit enter. Okay, so next thing here is we will be going to set up our ePhone directory number. So let's go ahead and type in ePhone /DN1. So ePhone /DN1, hit enter, and it's gonna say in here interface ePhone DN 1.1 change states to up. And now let's go ahead and set up our number for our phone 1. So I'm gonna choose in here 62001. It doesn't matter. You can make it 0001. It's up to you. Okay. So that's how you set up a number. And let's go ahead for ePhone 2, ePhone /DN2, and set up a number. Say 62002. Hit enter, and then we can exit out of here. Okay. Alright, so we're done with the router side. Now let's go ahead and go to switch. We still have a few things to configure in our switch. Let me click the switch. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to command line interface. So we are in switch now. Let me drag this up. Okay. And what I'm gonna do here is type EN for enable, and COMT to go to global config mode, and hit enter, and INT interface fast Ethernet. Oh, sorry. So what we have to do here is we will be changing the switch port from Fast Ethernet 0/1 to Fast Ethernet 0/6 as a voice port or something like that one. So to do this, we will be typing the command interface and then range and then FA Fast Ethernet 0/1, which is where our router is connected to, and the range is up to 6 because we use 5 and 6 port of the switch to hook up our IP phones. And hit enter, and from here we will be going to set up our switch port here. So type SW tab switchboard mode access and switchboard voice, and then VLAN 1. So we have one VLAN at the moment. Okay, now I think we're done in here, and notice that the switch is trying to initialize. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. Close this one. So we have a basic setup. So again, we have the router 2811, switch 2950-24, and 2 IP phones. And from here, what we have to do is to wait until the IP phones get their IP address and their phone number, the line number from the router itself. So let's just hover our mouse, and we're still waiting for it to have the IP address. Okay, so as you can see here, if I put my mouse in the IP phone 0, the link is up, and it has its dynamic IP address of 192.168.1.2/subnet of 24, and line number is 6201. So I'm gonna put in here, this is the 62001, and this one here is the 62002. Okay, now to test our basic call center. So let's say I'm sitting in my desk with 62001, and I want to call the 62002. All I have to do is to go to GUI, Graphical User Interface, and here's my number. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna call the number which is not assigned. Let's say 568, whatever number it is, and it says unknown number because we're not setting up this number. Okay. Now, what if, for example, if I will dial my own number, 62001, and it's gonna say busy because well, obviously I'm trying to call my own number. It's not gonna work. So let's go ahead and call the 62002. Click this one here. It's ring out, and if I go to IP phone 1 GUI, and the phone is blinking, that means there is an incoming call. I click on here, and it says connected. Alright, so that's how you set up 2 IP phones and create your very own call center. Alright, so guys, if you like the video, please comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.